Hi Scorpio, welcome to your week ahead tarot with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for being here. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share and hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, thank you so much for all of your continued support. It truly means the world. If you haven't yet, your 2019 forecast is up and out there for your viewing pleasure, so go and check it out. If you haven't seen it, also there is the numerology project for your viewing pleasure. If you would like to book a personal tarot reading with me, you can do so on the website address below. And before we start, I would like to bless all of my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So let's see what there is in store for you this week. What are you letting go of, phasing out or removing from your lifescape? All right, so you've got the 9 of Wands. So what you're letting go of this week is not being heard. Scorpio, you have been sitting on something that you wanted to say for quite some time. It's almost like you've bitten your tongue on a certain subject up until now, and you're no longer willing to not be heard. You're no longer willing to go through this experience of not being listened to. With the 9 of Wands, I always see this for people that have kind of kept stum. They've bitten their tongue for as long as they possibly could. And the interesting thing is Scorpios always call it like they see it, right? But I kind of feel like you've been working on and exercising this need to be more gentle, this need to be more open, this need to be more receptive to people and their feelings, you know. And I say that because you guys are really deeply attached to your own feelings, and you know, you've been doing a lot of work recently on getting to know other people's feelings and to honor those and cherish those. And I kind of feel like with the 9 of Wands, you might have taken that a little too far. It's almost like you've held back up until now from speaking on something. And I really feel like this week you're letting that go. It's kind of like you've reached a point now where you're ready to start speaking some more truths. And that doesn't necessarily mean upsetting people or upsetting the apple cart. It really doesn't have to mean that. Sometimes it's just saying something that you really feel, you know, that you haven't spoken on up until now. So let's have a look what you're working on now. What's this week? You've got the Justice card. So this is about making your decisions, and you know, especially with what you're working on now, you know, 1, yes, it talks about making your decisions. 2, it talks about all things legal, you know, but it's also about signing on the dotted line. And when we talk about signing on the dotted line, that can mean a contract, it can mean putting pen to paper. But with the 9 of Wands here, I really feel like this is you putting your feelings down on paper. I really feel like this is you saying what you need to say, but through letter, through email, through some other means of contact, rather than actually speaking and communicating. I kind of feel like this is going to come in written form. And it's almost like the reason you're doing that is because you know it's going to be a better way for you to express yourself and a better way for you to articulate how you really feel about something. And that is not a bad thing. I don't feel like there's anything negative here. I just kind of feel like you've held back on speaking on a certain subject or a certain feeling for some time. And by doing that, it's given you time to think, absolutely. But I kind of feel like you're ready to speak on something now, and when you do so, it's going to be, I really feel like it will be through the written word. I don't feel like this is going to be, you know, like a verbal communication. So what you're welcoming in this week, you've got the Wheel of Fortune. Beautiful card, because it's about synchronicity, it's about luck. Whenever you see the Wheel of Fortune, this is about the hard work and effort that you've put in finally making its way back to you. So what you're welcoming in this week is this need to be open for your blessings and also to show up. And I kind of feel like for any of you that have been dealing with anything on a legal matter where you haven't been able to speak on something, where you've just had to kind of sit back and take it on the chin and as it comes, it feels to me like this week you will finally have some good news. This will be the week where you finally get a correspondence from the officials to say you've been accepted, your claim has been processed and accepted or verified, or you know, anything of that nature. If you've got something like that going on in your life, this is the week where you finally get some good news. It's where you get the green light for that kind of thing. Just be sure as well, because it is a Mercury retrograde, to check all of the fine print. I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have an amazing week, and I'll see you very soon for more videos. Take care.